Spent my whole weekend for meditation. So happy. Oh, actually, we are live early. We are going live now. Okay. So, who we have now? We have to wait for our friend joining a little bit. We have another 5 minutes. We have Pet, Precious. Hello. Let's see who writing on the comments. Joshua say hello, Pam. Hello. Thank you, Bettina. Best thing you can do. Yes. Meditation is very important. And Joshua said, good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Okay. Precious say, hello, everyone. Bettina said, I have good news. I will travel to Thailand in November to Pi meditation retreat. Wow, that's nice. I plan to going there as well sometime by end of the year, but I haven't booked my schedule yet. I mean the retreat schedule. Oh, can you share with me when the period that you are coming during November? Is early of the month, middle, or end of the month? We have Alu Bido said good afternoon from Nigeria. I am Rio Luwa, a member of ABPCN. It is so nice to be here. It's very nice to see everyone here as well. Bettina said end of the month. Okay, let's see if I could make it. Hopefully. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Actually, November is my birth month as well. My birthday month. So hopefully I can make it. All right. Who else that joining? Oluwa Pimi Lalin. That's gorgeous names, but sometimes a little bit difficult for me to pronounce it, not get used to. I think it's similar to Thai name, right? It is just a long name. Okay, we have Adi Bayo. Hello. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. How's your weekend? Anyone would like to share in the chat box? Oh, Alu, Alu Bido said happy birthday in advance, fam. That's a long, yeah, really advanced. Now it's September, October, November. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, a lot of cake. Thank you. How can you do that? I can no do it here. Okay, give your heart. Mochi, mochi. Okay. My weekend was great. I rested well. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Ali, hello. Hello, everyone. Okay. I think we going live now. All right. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? And I hope everyone are doing great. Have a really wonderful weekend, actually. And I would love to welcome everyone to my story Monday meditation class. And this is Pam. and I'm so happy to have you all here from each corner of the world. We have from Europe, Africa, Asia, some of America, I think. Yes. All right. Our program normally will start with meditation talk from our teaching monk, and then we will have a guided meditation. And before ending the program, we will have Q&A session. And today I am very honored and happy to have Monk John as our teaching monk. So he will continue his topic from last week as well. It's very interesting topic that he always sharing with us. So I believe everyone are ready. Without further ado, may I please invite everyone pay respect to Monk John by bowing 3 times together. Let's bow. Second bow. And third bow. Welcome, Monk John.
Hello, Pam, and welcome to our My Story program. Today, I'm very happy to talk about one topic. I decided to change last minute because basically I had kind of tests with the potential peace architects, 5 of them, and maybe because of the like something that people didn't understand, so I decided to actually talk about it. So basically, I heard you talk about a retreat. I'm going for a retreat as well. So I will disappear for like 2 weeks. Well, not this week. Okay. So today we are going to begin first to see how many days we still have. It's 108 until 2026. Time flies very fast, right? We started this year, 2025, with 365, and now it's not even like 1/3 already. So we are going to, the topic we're going to talk about is visualization. And this is a part of our meditation, right? This is a part of, well, you can say it's part of Dhammakaya meditation, because then we will see how can we understand this one, because some of our contestants today that I had with them, they didn't understand correctly. Visualization, when we hear this word, many people will think about, a story like them going to a beach, and then the sun is rising from the horizon, and then you have some birds, and then you have some trees, coconut trees maybe, and waves crushing the shores, and then maybe you have some llama or dolphin or whatever. Actually, this is what people think of when they hear the word visualization. But this meditation, we also use a little bit of this visualization, but not to the extent that it creates a story, right? So you're not gonna, okay, now you have a beach, now you are inside the beach, and then you start imagining that there might be some island, you're gonna swim to the island, and the waves are crushing you, and at some point you also have a shark following you, so that you have to swim very fast, otherwise you're gonna be eaten by the shark, and then you have a boat rescuing you. That is not meditation. This is like, well, you can say visualization, but then this visualization is not what we want to do. Because again, the state of the mind we want to achieve is the mind that is standstill, peaceful, and focused, right? Standstill means you don't think about anything. When you meditate, you are able to clear your mind from all thoughts. Like you do not think about your work, you don't think about your family, you don't think about tomorrow, you don't think about yesterday. You're really present. That's the meaning of standstill. Peaceful means you relax. Then you feel content. You don't crave for something more. You don't reject something, and you feel content. That means peaceful. Usually, many people, when they close their eyes, they manage to achieve these two. Because when they feel relaxed, and then they stop thinking about their work, they stop worrying about their life, their mind is peaceful and still. However, the last element, focus. This also is very important because without focus, it's not total component of meditation. We still miss one last element here. The mind that can focus on one particular thing. Why? Well, first of all, if you can focus on one thing, but you haven't reached that focus point, you kind of focus on one thing, like instead of having your mind think about your work and you choose to visualize the sun or the moon, for example, but you don't actually need to visualize based on your time. And this is one of the surprising misunderstanding that I heard in these few days. People say, oh, okay, because now it's the night, so we need to use the moon. Now it's the day, so the sun is better. Well, you don't actually need to care about when you meditate. This is just your mind. So whether you visualize the sun during the night or you visualize the moon during the day, it doesn't matter. You don't actually, some people say, yeah, but maybe it's easier to visualize the moon when it's the nighttime. Well, not necessarily important, okay? And you will visualize that so that that image takes your personal screen. Think of your computer. You have 10 software in store, but one software will take attention because it occupies the whole screen. If you can occupy your whole screen with one, then some people also misunderstand the word visualization because now they tend to use the word think of the sun. But if you think of the sun, that's going to be, maybe you're going to start thinking about, okay, the sun is hot. And now you have the helios and the sun solar energy. And then you have, you just start wondering and thinking about the characteristics of the sun. That is not what we want. We just want the simple image of the sun, and that's it. So when you visualize one thing, size, color, clarity, shape, details, they do not matter at all because we visualize just the image and we do not think about the sun, okay? So don't misunderstand these two words. Some people, they start guiding meditation, think of the sun. When you say think of the sun, people will start thinking about the sun. Okay, where is the sun? Oh, the sun is in the middle of solar system. I see the word, I see that image before. We have a solar system, and now we are the third rock from the sun, and this rock is between, I think it's Venus, right? And then Mars, and then because of the distance, we have the life on Earth. And that's thinking and not visualizing. You don't actually need that much details, all right? This will help you to stay focused. So basically, visualization and mantra, they serve the very similar purpose, but not exactly the same, okay? They serve kind of very similar purpose by helping you not to be distracted then you will visualize it at somewhere. Because in order to have the focal point, you need to feel something somewhere. You visualize the sun, that's good. But if you can visualize the sun somewhere, that's even better. Because we want to visualize it at the focal point. Why the focal point? You see this image, concentrate light and energy at one single point. And when you get it right at the focal point, this is science, okay? This is science. The energy that you receive from the sun, but this is completely different things. You're not going to burn your stomach, all right? So the energy from the sun, once concentrated, will be strong enough to heat water or maybe to burn something, all right? So you just need to adjust, and you don't actually need to do anything. It's just like when the mind will adjust on its own, all right? So this somewhere is the center of the body. But then this is just your imagination. Basically, you can imagine like someone is behind you, or something is on top of your roof, or maybe something is in your car. You can have that visualization. So you just now visualize that there's something in your abdomen. That's it. Okay. So I hope that this clarification helps someone to start, because what I hear today was like, okay, you're driving a taxi, and that taxi takes you from one town to another town, and then you are on that taxi so that you can help spreading peace to other people. So that is not meditation. Okay, you're not. We are not driving in a taxi. So if you are listening to me, we are not driving a taxi today, okay? All right, so now let's begin our meditation. All right, so I'd like you to prepare yourself for an inner peace time. You're going to relax every part of your body. Adjust your posture so that you're in the most relaxed position. And you don't need to move or to change this posture for a while. And you may close your eyelids softly and gently. Close your eyes as if you were about to have a sweet dream. And you are lying down your bed, preparing yourself for the journey within you. Leave everything behind for a moment, whether that are about your work, responsibility, family, any kinds of worries. Leave them temporarily for a while. And we make sure that we are totally relaxed. So you may begin relaxing all your muscles. Relax the muscles of your forehead, the muscles on your face, your cheek, your chin, and feel the flow of relaxation spreading to your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, down to your fingertips. Relax the muscles of your torso from your chest to your abdomen, your hips, your thighs, your knees, down to your feet, all the way to the tips of your toes, until you feel completely relaxed in every part of your body. And now that you feel a bit more relaxed, I would like you to imagine that now you are sitting alone, and this can be somewhere in the world, from the top of a mountain, a beach, flower field, riverbank, or anywhere else. Imagine that you are away from all worries, but you feel content. So although you are alone, but you don't feel lonely. You are enjoying every breath. So you can spend more attention with your own breathing. So I'd like you to consciously breathe and follow the airflow as you breathe. Softly, slowly, and deeply. Normally we breathe too fast, and if today you can naturally slow it down, breathe a little slower, so that you are able to forget about everything else. Although we try to let go of all these things from the beginning, but the mind is used to thinking without doing anything. The thoughts will return. But if we are able to stay with our breath, or consciously bring the mind back when it wanders, the mind will calm down naturally, and this will be the most natural way to calm it down. Then I'd like you to stay with the breath for as long as you can. And if the mind wanders, bring it back. Stay with the breath until you are able to stay more with it than with something else. And that's when the mind feels relatively lighter. Then we have sufficient amount of consciousness or sati to explore further within. Then I would like you to follow a few more deep breaths. When you breathe as deeply as you can, the breath just doesn't end in your lung, but it goes further to the middle of your abdomen. Observe when the airflow is arriving, when it softly touches an empty space inside of your abdomen, touching up on that empty space can be made so softly, like a bird's feather floating down from the sky to finally land up on a calm water surface without disturbing the calmness of the water surface. And if you can stay there with just one touch, with just one breath, you can continue remaining there. You don't need to return to your breath any longer. Just breathe naturally. But some of us who still is unable to remain at the center, you might come back and forth with the breath to be more familiar with the location, and until the mind becomes very soft and comfortable, ready to rest at the center of the body, the focal point of the mind. Spend a moment to be more familiar with the focal point. Allow each touch to be softly and comfortably. And when the mind wanders, and it might, keep bringing it back again and again. And if you are not familiar with the center, or you feel more comfortable somewhere else, that location you feel more comfortable today can also be your center for now. While staying at the center, we may repeat a word phrase called a mantra. Imagine as if the mantra voice is expanding from the center of the body You may repeat, clear and bright, clear and bright, clear and bright, clear and bright, or clair et brillant, clair et brillant, clair et brillant, clair et brillant, or Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, or Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Samma means the right way, and Arahang means the purest state of the mind. When the mind is pure, no thoughts can hurt it any longer. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, สัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหัง Remember that the mind needs to stay at the focal point at one location, preferably the center of your body. So while you're repeating the mantra, also feels as if the voice appears, becomes louder from its origin, the center of the body. Samma Arahang 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 Samma Arahang. And to confirm that the mind is staying at the focal point, we visualize one image there, preferably something round in a universal shape, a spherical form, like the sun, the full moon, a water drop, a crystal ball, a bubble. Visualize in your mind, preferably at the center of your body. Continue to uninterruptedly maintain its presence. And of course, we are doing this relaxingly and not in a forceful way. We can persevere more, and we need to put more effort, but not in a stressful manner. So the right way to do this is not to care so much how the image look, and this will allow the mind not to expect. And when you visualize your object, you can feel content with whatever image the mind is giving to you. And continue to repeat the mantra. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Keep bringing the mind back, relaxingly. Stay with whatever object you are visualizing. And when the mind is at a focal point, the cleaning rate is faster. And maintain the mind there for as long as you can by feeling content with whatever image appearing, clear or blurry, that doesn't matter. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. สัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหัง I will leave you to be on your own for a moment. The more you can stay still at the center, the purer the mind becomes, the more peace energy the mind can absorb. So until the moment that you begin to share the peace energy, let's persevere and do this mental exercise on our own for a while. สัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหัง And now you may imagine that the peace energy within you is expanding in all directions, that you share this peaceful feeling to everyone in the same room, same house, same building. It doesn't matter who they are. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the peace energy you are sharing. Then imagine that you share the peace energy to the whole city, the whole country, and maybe the whole world. And imagine that you are sharing this peace energy to everyone there, regardless of who they are, what they do, where they live. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the peace energy you are sharing. Continue to share the peace energy to all living beings. The more we share, the more we have. So don't be afraid that once you share, there's nothing left for yourself. As you become the passage of this peace energy, yours will be abundance. When you are able to share unconditionally and maybe equally to all beings, and now our meditation is coming to an end. You may take a moment to breathe in and out a few times. Breathe in, breathe out, softly, slowly, so that you can draw your attention back to feel everyone and everything around you. And when this attention returns to the surface, and also that you are ready, you may softly, slowly open your eyes while listening to my blessing. Sapphe Buddha Palappata Pacceka Ananjayang Palang Arahanta Nanjate Shenrakang Pantami Sappaso Te Atalatha Sukhita Virunha Buddha Sasane Aroha Sukhita Hota Saha Sapphe Hiyadipi Sappaputtha Nupavena Sappathamma Nupavena Sappasangha Nupavena Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. May all your wishes be fulfilled. Sapphe Purentu Sankappa. All of your dreams become true. Janto Panaraso Yatha. Like the full moon in the night sky. Manichoti Raso Yatha. Or similar to a flawless crystal sphere. Okay, welcome back. I hope that you had a peaceful inner peace time. Peaceful inner peace time. Yeah, that sounds abundant. But you can also maybe switch on your webcam for a moment so that you can show how your meditation went. Okay, so smile. We have to wait for a moment because our friends just wake up. Okay, so now you can smile a little bit. Good. Excellent. And then you can also share how your meditation went. For me, writing in the comments box as well. I'm really looking forward to reading it. Okay. And as I share with you that today I decided to change the topic because I was preparing for something else, but eventually I decided to change because of the tests that I have recently. That actually means some people do not understand completely the meaning of visualization. Okay, so why do we need to visualize? But first of all, you don't need to visualize based on your time. So it doesn't mean that when you meditate at night, you visualize the moon. When you meditate during the day, you visualize the sun. No, you don't need to. Okay, so you can visualize the sun during the night. You can visualize the moon during the day. And that's because in our meditation, the goal is to have the mind that stands still, that is peaceful, and that can focus on one single point. And when you actually feel relaxed, already that peaceful, when your mind is free from all thoughts, that's already standstill. But the focal point is not very easy to reach. Maybe if you meditate long enough, you can reach that. But imagine that you have a magnifying glass and you try to burn this paper. If you don't have the focal point distance between the lens and the paper, you can't have enough energy to burn the paper, right? So basically, how you keep your mind at the center, that's the distance. The distance between the center of the body and the distance between this lens and the paper actually defines what we call the focal point. Okay. So in meditation, you need to feel something somewhere, right? If you don't feel something somewhere, then you only have the two components, peaceful and standstill. You don't have the focal point. But if you can feel something somewhere, and you're getting closer to the focal point, depending on the familiarity with the focal point, if you're more familiar with it, then maybe you can go straight to that distance because you already have done this several times. Okay, but where is the focal point? It's at the center of the body, 2 fingers width above the navel. But don't worry, because some people are gonna actually feel a bit tense that they need to place the mind exactly where. So basically, what we achieve is to either you have two choices. Either you can imagine it at the center, or maybe you imagine yourself at the center of your object. It's just like you imagine that the object you visualize becomes so large that you are at the center of it. So these two approach work similarly. Okay. Some people say, yeah, but maybe imagine in my stomach works better. Well, you won't have it at the focal point because this distance, if you're not familiar, if the center is not visible to you, you don't have it exactly as the focal point. So how do we do it? If you imagine, let's read more from the chat box. Okay. Oh, Pemipo, excited to be here. And Billy from Kayongsa, I really enjoyed the meditation session. I feel relaxed. And Prasanna, once the mind remains calm without moving out from other thoughts, what would happen after that? What happens after that is it tends to move towards the focal point. And when it can reach the focal point, it begins to concentrate the energy. And this energy leads to two things. First, the mind becomes clean. We want to have the mind that is clean. Because when the mind is clean, you have clarity. When you have clarity, you have more knowledge. The ability to understand knowledge, that depends on how clear your mind is, right? If your mind is clean, if your mind is clear, then you have more knowledge because of that clarity. And what happens next is the mind will open the door to kind of different dimension. If you are familiar with the dreaming process, it feels like you are in a dream. So if someone says here that I feel like I was dreaming, I was sleeping, but I feel conscious about my sleep, that's totally correct. Because what happens when you meditate, you begin to withdraw your attention from the physical world to your own inner world. And this inner world, you will discover your inner self, which is not the physical self, because physical self is impermanent. And you go inside of yourself to the another self that's also impermanent, but still better. And you go to that inner self, to that inner of the inner self, go on and on and on within, right? Okay, so when you begin to visualize, you will not be able to get it 100% for sure, no matter who you are. Most people will only get 5%, 10%. So if you're one of those, congratulations, you know how to visualize, because what I heard a lot people say, no, I cannot visualize, it's not my thing. That's not correct, okay? You can, but you can 5%. You cannot 50%, You can 5%. But what about the other 95%? I cannot. Don't pay attention to the 95%. You can 5%. It's like you are on the first day in your university and you have this knowledge. You don't care that you don't know 95% of the other knowledge, right? You just learn little by little, one day at a time. All right. Vanessa, thanks for this lovely meditation. I was tired after 3 days abroad in medical conference, but I feel back at the center. And now when I felt what a luxury. This feeling is truly gold. I hope you and all PAs, probably peace architects are well. I am well, but I'm not sure about the others. Christine Thompson, what a wonderful meditation. I feel reset at the beginning and then timeless comfort. Well, if you need to reset, that's when you are at the 5%. But when you are, when you have that true comfort, that's when you reach more than 50%. Not 100%, more than 50%. Okay. Muk Yo, I'd like to thanks for this awesome meditation. Caddy from Gambia. A bit late today, but meditation was relaxing. I was able to stay at the center and find inner peace. Bettina, I feel very synchronized with your guidance today from the beginning and found peaceful moments easily. A little gem arise, and with that gem, I felt happiness and clarity. I'm in between, drifted a little bit, but helped myself with the mantra. Excellent. Elia Lagos from Lagos. I have wonderful and relaxing session today, and Manish Sadhu and Rehoboth. During the meditation, I feel so calm and lightheaded. Well, that means good thing, right? Lightheaded. But it could also convey another connotations like I don't have anything, right? But yeah, I hope that means good things. I feel peaceful. Thanks so much. Harikiu. Today was calm, peaceful, and centering. Okay, when you are with 5%, don't try to squeeze the image so that it becomes 50% or 100%. Because whenever you use telescope, imagine that you have a telescope and you look at the sky. And when the star in the sky are not clear, you don't actually try to like, okay, there's something wrong with my eyes so that I have to look at it clearly, and that star, the North Star, doesn't look very clear to me, so I have to adjust my retina and try to see it clearly. No, you don't adjust your eyes. You adjust the telescope, right? And this telescope adjustment is what? Is you just let it go. You don't actually need to, okay, where is that ring? That ring, my stomach, I have to move my stomach a little bit. No, the thing is that when people tend to try to adjust their eyes, like they're staring at the center, and this is not correct. You can't go from 5% to 100% by pushing more effort to visualize. But the ring itself is contentment. If you feel content with 5%, you slowly adjust the ring. This is the ring of contentment. Okay? So if you have 5, stay with 5. It's okay. That's 5 for me. It's like you only have good weather, but not so good today. You cannot just look at the sky and complain about it. No, you just have to enjoy it, right? You just enjoy the weather, no matter how cold it is, no matter how warm it is. Now we have climate change, but we can still be happy. We have to do something, but it's not the context of our meditation today, okay? So there are some recommended effort in order to help you visualization. Do you want to listen to it? Yes, right? So you can do this. If you want to visualize better, if you don't want to start at 5%, you say, yeah, what about, do you have any tip so that you can start at 10%? Yes, there are. If you remember the 10 homework of meditation, that starts from homework number 7. Homework number 7 says, throughout the day, create a feeling that you visualize an object. So you visualize when your eyes open. You visualize not when you meditate. This is open eyes meditation. So instead of letting your mind think about something else, then you begin to visualize a crystal ball. That's better, right? So instead of thinking about your boss, visualizing crystal ball makes you happier, feel happier than your boss, your face of your boss appears, and then you feel totally that your day is ruined, right? So you can, again, you visualize two means. I probably have to change, because you don't actually have to hold a crystal ball. But if you have a crystal ball, you can hold it. That doesn't mean the energy from the crystal ball will transfer to your hand, but in fact it will. But okay, forget it. It's about visualization. It's about that you will have your mind with the crystal ball, okay? And you can imagine that it covers you like that. The crystal ball covers you. And if your mind stays with the crystal ball, when you close your eyes, when you meditate at home, for sure, your mind goes very easily, and you can visualize crystal ball very easily because you have visualized that crystal ball the whole day, right? This is what we need to do. This is very good exercise, especially if you find it difficult to visualize a crystal ball. When you close your eyes and meditate, you say that I cannot visualize. That's not true. Maybe you haven't tried to visualize it during the day, okay? Or maybe it's like the full moon. Okay, I should have another image. That full moon is clear, but imagine that on certain days, it's cloudy in the night, and the moon is behind the cloud. So when the moon is behind the cloud and you try to visualize the moon, it's not clear, right? And there's nothing wrong with the moon, but because of the cloud blocks the moon's visions. And why? That's because the mind has impurities. Impurities in the mind blocks the visions, okay? These impurities comes from stress, from work, and so on. So that's homework number 7. Homework number 8, then you also take 1 minute from that 59, sorry, that's 60 minutes in 1 hour, right? Yeah, I think so. In 1 hour, you have 60 minutes. We have the same time, right? We have the same every country. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. Yes, I think that's universal, although we don't have the same temperature measurement. But 1 hour equals 1 minute. You take 1 minute from 60 minutes to meditate. So this 1 minute will be for 59 minutes. You only sacrifice 1 for the remaining 59 to be peaceful. You visualize the crystal ball there. And if you do that 12 times, you already visualize crystal ball 12 times before you do it full meditation in the night. That's gonna be very, very easy in the night. Easier, I would say easier. And then you have number 9. The difference between number 7 and number 9 is this one is associated with activities. There are activities that are easier. There are activities that are harder. You need to work on activities that are harder so that the harder activities become easy ones, okay? Actually, that are usually harder related to people. If you talk to people and you can visualize the center, yeah, that's very good. You're pretty good. So if you do this the whole day, you are able to visualize crystal ball for sure as well. And there is one additional effect. Some people when they have good meditation, the crystal ball stays even when they open their eyes. That can be the case as well. It's like the image that they have in the meditation becomes so clear that when they open their eyes, it stays. So it's like they have the crystal ball even though they don't meditate. The crystal ball stays with them. This phenomenon, you don't need to do this at all, because it stays. You have the crystal ball, so whenever you want to look at it or whenever you want to feel it, you just, oh, there's something in my abdomen. And well, if that happens to you, you need to go to your psychiatrist. You need to go to a hospital because you already have something weird in your abdomen. I can confirm that you are perfectly normal. But it seems that your mind can like see, kind of reconnect to things in different dimensions. So like some people can see ghosts easier than the others. Do you see ghosts? Anyone who can see ghosts, tell me. Okay. All right, let's end this let's end for now. We don't talk about anything more. Otherwise, too much secret will be revealed. Okay, so as you know that we have another program called Easy Dharma, but the name can be changed, subject to change. And the first episode, we already talk about 5 questions. I prepared 15, but I managed to cover only 5, okay? Because it's so tiring. I need to speak all 60 minutes. Usually meditation, the pace is very slow. That's fine. But when you speak this pace for 60 minutes, that's tiring. So maybe I will think about how I can make it less tired. This first question is, what is meditation? Is meditation religious? How long should you meditate? Why do you need to meditate longer? And what benefit does meditation give to us? These 5 questions already answered. You just go to that live and watch them. If you have someone who not sure whether they try meditation, you can also explain to them yourself, or you can also share this video with them as well. Okay, so let's see. We have Nina say, just came, happy to be here again. And Adri, it was fantastic sessions. I feel like I was in an elevator going deeper and deeper, stopping at least 6 to 8 floors. It's like maybe going 8 times. That's great. That's great. Excellent. Okay, but don't push. Okay, even if it stops at the 6th or 8th floor, you don't need to, I need to go deeper. I need to go to the 10th floor. No. Amadou from Conakry. I love this meditation. I actually participating in CVO, military training. That is toughest experience in my entire life. I'm doing my best so far because of meditation. Oh, meditation makes you a better soldier. Okay. Akbula, I have very relaxing meditation today. And Olubido, I was exhausted and stressed from the weekend. The meditation helps me let go of tension and feel more grounded and relaxed. And Mardell, feel relaxed, focused, and enjoy the moment. Thank you. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it. Remember that when you visualize, you don't visualize as a story, okay? The reasons that I bring this up today, because some people, okay, we are going to drive a taxi. We're going to call a taxi, and taxi is going to drive us to a beach. And that beach, we have the wave crushing the shores, and there's seagulls, and this pretty relaxing. Just we visualize the beach a little bit, and then there are trees and there are mountains. This is not the way we visualize, guys. We just visualize, which I prefer to use this word, imagine. And I usually do that at the beginning of the meditation, if you notice that, but not the whole meditation, okay? So you just do that so that you feel a little bit more relaxed. But if you do that the whole session, then you don't meditate, okay? You meditate so that your mind stays at one particular object, at one single point. So you have to feel something, one thing, somewhere, the center, the focal point. Okay, so that is it for today.
Thank you so much, Mang John, for a very great topic and really helping us to practice meditation correctly. And thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your great meditation experiences as well. It's very inspiring each other to practice more and more. So for now, in order to wrap up the session, please invite pay respect to Mang John by bowing 3 times together. Let's bow. Second bow. And third bow.
May you all be happy, healthy, and wise. May all of you have all the wisdom to overcome all obstacles in your life. All your wishes be fulfilled. All your dreams become true. And every time you meditate, maintain inner peace that recorded Dhammakaya within, easily and effortlessly, without delay.
Sadhu. Thank you so much for such a wonderful blessing as always and spending your valuable time guiding and sharing with all of us. And thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Have a great day, great night, wherever you are. See you next time on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you, Pam. Bye, Bettina. Bye, Elsa Marine. And by Agni. By Sarah Divine and Harry Hugh. And DJ Botox. And Manish. And Iman. And Billy from Kayongsa. And Oluwa Mayova. And Isa Daniel. And then Nante Daina. Okay, and Amadu from Conakry. And Angelina Bay, and Manish, and okay, and Gabo Cloth, and Baba Tunde, Adebayo, and Ali Barry, Christine Thompson, Caddy from Banjo Peace Club, and Abidoye, Evariste, Mudumita, and Madel, and Bakari, and Abimbola, Olubido, Oluwapamirin, and Senwa, Kochowi, and Adri Neki, and Jane, and Pintu, and Rehoboth, and Nonye, and Berthar, and Moni, and Femi Johnson, Daripru Mama, and Nina Sambu, and Mukjo, Osikwe, and Bukola, Adebanyo, and Eniola, and Mimi Abuja, and Mata, and that's it. Okay, so see you again on Thursday. Bye for today.